James Richardson did that in 2011, but didn't get the job done against Colin Osborne. Can Ricky get the job done against Superchin? There have been so many charges made against Ricky this week, and he's been up to everything. He's looked impervious.
Well, he started the weekend by beating Robert Thornton on Friday. Seems a long while ago now, in the opening games of the Friday afternoon session. And it wasn't brilliant. There were a couple of big checkouts from Ricky Evans, but it was only an 88 average. Since then, everything has been at least 96.5. It's been really, really top quality stuff from Ricky Evans. And this is his third PDC final in 6 months. He is doing this on a regular basis now. He is becoming the player that a few years ago, when he was on the development tour, that everybody looked at him and thought, oh, he could do something. He's not just quick, he's good.
Is it coincidental as well that he made those finals since he got that shirt? I don't believe in coincidences.
You love the shirt theory, don't you? New Dart shirt you think can just turn you into an immensely improved player.
Opens the door. Yeah, he looks like the kind of player who is a bit like an Energizer Bunny, really. Looks like he could just do it all night. And that's worrying for Daryl, because he was showing signs of a little bit of tiredness in the last game against Adrian. He almost fell across the line as opposed to sprinted through it.
Still played excellently in that game, averaged 100 and held him off 7-5. 18s, now the ball. Rapid Ricky narrowly misses.
I think averages and what's gone before is definitely out the window now. That was only just in the single 16. That is very much in tops, and a very good start for Gurney. I can say from experience, Dan, I've been in 2 of these finals before, one in the Netherlands and one in Germany. It's just pure instinct now, especially for these two. They've been in the finals before, but they haven't crossed the line. And this is a big deal, this game. Yeah. Let's say that, because if Gurney gets his first Euro Tour, he's got 3 of the 4 possible titles. He's got the majors, he's got the Pro Tour, he'll have a Euro Tour. The only one he doesn't have is a World Series title, pretty much. But Ricky needs to start opening other doors. He's opening doors right now. He has got himself seeded for European Tours later in the season. That's a big, big thing for Ricky.
Well, not only that, but he's going to the match play. His run here has secured that. But he'll be going to the European Championship. He'll be going to all kinds of things. And it was the European Championship, made a debut there last year, beat Daryl Gurney. In fact, he's had the better of Daryl Gurney in their previous meetings. And Gurney hasn't beaten him on a big stage, weirdly.
Will that change? No bullseye shot for Ricky. But we've seen shots like this all week long. In the Premier League, in this Euro Tour. It won't be now. But we've said things in the past like, well, he's likely to come back. I'm not going to say that in this final because of some of the things I've seen in the last few days. Okay. That got him off his rhythm a little bit. I was still doing my maths. Ready for a 2-0 lead then. That's perfect, that. Yeah, just straight down its nose. It'll just drop in.
Daryl Gurney making an authoritative start to this final. He is the senior man. He's the world number 5. But if he wins this, he'll go to number 3. Daryl Gurney will be number 3 in the world. If you're not, I think he's been massively overlooked. I've said this all the way through the Premier League. At the start of the Premier League, he was 80-1 to win the Premier League title. This is a man who's beaten Van Gerwen in the TV final just a matter of weeks ago. And look at him. In big games, he performs. And if you're not ranking Daryl Gurney as one of the very best players in the world, start doing so.
So, based on the information that I've had today, If Gurney wins this game, he goes to 3. And that means Wright goes to 5.
Yeah. Ricky Evans ranked number 46 in the world. If he goes and wins this, it'll be akin to that weekend in Saarbrücken last year when Max Hopp went on and claimed the title. Obviously, there was a bit more history associated with that. It's the first German to win a senior title, but for a qualifier to come through, man outside the top 32 in the world, to go all the way and win one of these titles, I think it shows you where those players are going. Max Hopp has since backed it up and won another title. He could have gone on and claimed the European Championship, Max Hopp.
Well, Ricky's got to get on the board sooner rather than later. Otherwise, it may be deja vu with that final he had in Maastricht, where Ian White took the title. Well, where does Ricky go now? Does he go for the 60 or does he go for the bull?
.60. But 2 misses mean that Rapid Ricky Evans could find himself 3-0 down here.
That first started double was too close. He had to go for the bottom portion of the bed. That one is kissing the wire. Big misses. And Gurney will be livid with that. He'll be boiling because he loves double 6. Can he get double 4? Can't afford those misses, and Daryl Gurney is going to punish him.
2 for double 2 or straight at it?
I fancy 2 for double 2 here.
He's going straight at it. And he pins it, Daryl Gurney, and it is 3-0. And in the early stages of this, Ricky Evans, worryingly, 0 out of 6 on his doubles.
Yeah, that hasn't been happening. And just to quantify how good that shot was, that big javelin-like dart was right in his way, and he tickled it on the way through. But it just goes to show how well Daryl Gurney is playing right now for him to hit that double 3. It was a confident shot. He could have easily thrown that second dart at double 3 a little hesitantly. We thought, no, be aggressive. He could have easily gone a bit high and had a dart in his hand that he couldn't use, but he had confidence in himself. That's a really good sign, not just for this evening, but for his home game on Thursday in Belfast.
Yeah, he will go there brimming with confidence. Second final of the year for both of these guys. They've both made Players' Championship finals and been beaten. Gerwyn Price did for Ricky Evans. Daryl Gurney lost out to Dave Chisnall.
A painful look on the face of Superchin. Are you aware of what Mondays are like for dart players, Dan? They hate Mondays.
Tell me why.
Purely because of when you've gone through what you've gone through here, they're just so tired. The adrenaline that they've built up throughout the course of the day, it all disappears. And they wake up so tired on a Monday, physically can't do anything.
This would be a very Gurney-like finish. He's been taking these sorts of shots out all the way through this weekend. Single 10 will leave that double 16 he's relied on so often. Oh, and he's just gone next door.
Well, Ricky, come on, you've got to get it on the board. And he has. Look how relaxed he is. You'd think he was playing a Wednesday night knockout at the band club. Well, this is a slightly bigger deal. No offence to the band club.
As an interesting aside, Ricky Evans is currently going through the selection process and has got through the first hurdle for a well-known TV show, which I'm not sure if he wins this title he's going to be allowed to go on. Maximum for Gurney, that's number 2.
Why do I have an impending sense of dread in my stomach?
Are you familiar with the show Naked Attraction?
Please be kidding.
I'm not.
Please be kidding.
I'm not. He's got through the first section. Ricky Evans is quite up for going on telly and getting stark naked.
Do you know what it is? It's very Ricky.
It is. I'm not sure the German Darts Championship winner would be well advised to go and do that.
Yeah.
But Daryl Gurney, a 10-darter potentially coming in here.
Barry Hearn's red phone is ringing right now. Taking 11. That's all right.
Yeah.
That's fine.
If you're going to miss it, bust it there and have a go at that double 8, because Ricky is back on 220.
There is such thing as a good busting shot now and again, and that was it. As long as you get it the next time, which is now. And there you have it. Halfway there, first to 8, remember, like that prompt says. Used to be first to 6, and then last year they changed it to first to 7 in the semis and first to 8 in the final. And that's the first sign from Ricky Evans that he may be on the wane.
Well, Daryl Gurney is just going about his business. It has been really resilient stuff from Gurney in this evening session. 6-5 against Bunting in a bit of a scrappy encounter, but he found a way to win. Adrian Lewis had a real go at him, but Gurney averaged 100 pretty much all the way through that match and closed it out 7-5.
Tell you one of the best parts about today, and I've mentioned it a couple of times, there's been no bother today, has there? Everything's been really well spirited. There's been some aggression here and there, but there's been no bother. It's been a great, great day of darts.
I don't think anybody's ever going to fall out with Ricky Evans. Just an amiable kind of guy, isn't he?
I don't think he's got an enemy in the world.
Well, look, Daryl has spoken, and I've mentioned it a couple of times, about how he needs to get nasty. He feels that being a nice guy is not helping his game, and he wants to be, you know, going up there and trying to rip people apart on the dartboard.
I don't think he can do that.
Well, it's...
I think he can rip people off the dartboard.
Yes.
I don't think he can get nasty. I don't think it's his game.
Well, I think he's just searching for a little bit of aggression. But look, he could be number 3 in the world. It ain't broke.
I think the way that Daryl approaches the game with this, trying to stay calm and stay relaxed, I think it's worked wonders for him. Now, to get within 2, he's going to have to take the 64. Is Rapid Ricky. Another one for the double.
Ricky might be getting that sinking feeling here, because he's had 10 goes at doubles and he's only hit 1, and you can see it's got to be nerves, I'm guessing, because this hasn't been happening to him this weekend until now.
Down one more notch, and that was perfectly executed. Daryl Gurney is doing a very similar job to what he did to Adrian Lewis in the semis. He's got that 5-1 lead, and now can he run towards that line as opposed to his opponent getting closer and then helping giving him a push.
And Gurney, you saw that little bit of aggression there in the celebration. This is... I mean, look, he's going to be involved in pretty much everything anyway, Daryl Gurney. Number 5 in the world at the moment, could go number 3, and a reigning major champion. But that feeling of winning titles, of being, you know, that confidence can see you through, and it could be a key factor in the rest of his Premier League campaign. He could go on and become Premier League champion this year.
And just over a week ago, people were saying that if he didn't perform, he was going to lose his seeding. Well, the way things are going, he's going to be seeded for a very long time. He's not going to have to worry about qualifiers. I might be wrong, but I think I might be the person who last beat him in a qualifier.
Wow.
That was a while ago.
1-2-1 for Gurney. Loves this check out. Troubled 17 and Bull.
Excellent. Really, really good switch to the 16s there because the 60 was covered. Bull. Oh! Statement from Ricky Evans. I ain't going away yet. And that's the Ricky we know. Little bit of swagger. As long as we don't see that World Championship celebration yet.
I like that one.
I know you do.
Well, look, Ricky Evans has fired in 12 darter, Bull finish. And can he light the blue touch paper? Because if he does get going, he can be very difficult to stop. And you can just get caught up in this Ricky Evans whirlwind. But Daryl Gurney, his scoring can just, it's like a sledgehammer. Just hits you with big scores, and eventually you just can't take any more.
We may be in a part of the game now where we'll just be trading tons 140s and 180s. They won't be straying anywhere because they're in now. Staying up top. I'm surprised he didn't switch to the 17s there, actually. Well, Ricky did, unsuccessfully.
One of the weird things when you look at the stats from this weekend is that on a weekend we've seen some big averages, big checkouts, more than 200 180s in this tournament. Daryl Gurney has made it all the way through to the final. He's 3 legs away from winning the title. His highest checkout has been 81 for the whole weekend.
That says a lot about his scoring.
Yes, it does. And Ricky Evans comes to the party with his first 180, leaves himself double 12.
It's a mark of how good this tournament's been when you get over the 200 mark in 180s.
Yeah.
That doesn't happen too often.
Question asked of Ricky Evans. Question answered.
This is defiant from Rapid Ricky. He could have easily withered. But if he keeps doing this to Daryl Gurney and putting in those key 180s at the right times, he's going to cause him problems. But Gurney's up to it.
Oh, this is good. This is good from Super Chin. It's 4 maximums for the Northern Irishman.
I think sometimes it's easier to read Ricky. When that smile breaks out, you can see that the focus isn't as pinpoint as it was earlier in the tournament. He can see the end of the road, but you've got to stay on point to get there. Daryl's not going to help your cause. He's going to make it even harder.
Daryl Gurney just goes into this zone. He has, he's barely aware of what's going on around him. It's just him and the dartboard and the score. And we saw that at the Grand Prix final when he beat Simon Whitlock in an absolute belter of a tie.
It may be his biggest strength.
Six darts from here for 6-3.
Looking to leave tops with a 96 shot. Has to find that 57. What would you give him for that? B minus?
Well, it's all right as long as the 78 goes.
It's just turned into a D minus.
These are the sorts of shots that win you games, they win you matches, they win you titles.
Double 12. They weren't close. It was a great treble 18 to set up the shot, but Ricky is flowing. Again, he's on the charge, and he's within one, and it's on throw. It's a totally different final now.
Ricky Evans has just reeled off 3 legs in 40 darts.
We've seen a lot of spells like that this week, and we've seen, I think it was a 35 from Jamie Hughes. Something very similar from Ian White. I think he did a 38 3-leg spell. Seen a couple of 40s.
And look look how quick he's going as well now, Rapid Ricky. We've seen him do that before. Obviously, he's famous when against Simon Whitlock at the World Championship, where he survived a match start for a 3-0 defeat and then came back, and he just threw faster and faster and faster. I don't think I've ever seen anybody throw as quickly as Ricky Evans did in that game, and Simon Whitlock he didn't know what to do.
Well, the thing is, how do you stop Ricky when he's doing this? Because he's just going to play fast, walk away fast. Gurney is one of those players who can stem that tide because he's in that bubble and he is just playing at his own pace.
Another one gets him to a finish. Doesn't get it.
Well, this would get everybody off their chairs. Oh, look at that face. Not happy with 58 there. That's not really a great deal of deduction from where he was. But Gurney, what a 60 that is. Can he get another? Sensational.
It's a great setup shot. Ricky only needs one treble. He's got it. Has he got the double? He hasn't.
Flew out the hand, didn't it? Double top then for Gurney. Oh, that's been good run, that double. It really has. 6-4 to Gurney. And the reaction of Evans at the back of the stage. If I'm ever invited to play poker against him, I think I might say yes.
Chance of Gurney Army start up again here in Halle 39. But we've got a final fitting for this tournament.
Are they Barney Army defectors or are they just fresh Gurney Army guys?
I don't know. It's a good point.
Might be a good chant for Thursday.
You know it.
Yeah, people who are going to Belfast on Thursday evening, keep that one going because that could make Belfast even better. Good luck, Rob Cross.
Yeah. Fresh from being defeated by Gurney here this weekend. He goes into Gurney's own backyard to see if he can beat him there. But it's going to be a very, very tall order. It was hard enough anyway. But if he goes there with an unbeaten run and a Euro Tour title under his belt as well, and as world number 3.
Great achievement, that.
Incredible.
Great achievement.
But
Hasn't got there yet.
Yeah, this one is not one yet. We've already seen Rapid Ricky reel off 3 legs in 40 darts. If he does that again, it might be enough.
Every dart that Gurney throws is measured. It's deliberate. He's thinking about every single throw. I don't think Ricky is. I think it's just instinct.
It's almost twice the size of his highest checkout of the weekend, this. And it's just too big in the end.
It was at this point in the semi-finals that Adrian was getting very close to Daryl. Single 20 for tops. That's good. It's very good. Gurney won that semi-final 7-5, so he won from this position. But he's got to get 2 more from that 6 tally that he's got. And Evans has started well. You and I have done a lot of winner interviews with MVG over the last 2.5 years, Dan. I think the winner's interview today is going to be a little different.
It is, and I genuinely don't know who's going to be doing it at the moment. When these two played each other last month on the Pro Tour, it was the day that Ricky Evans went on and made the final. He won it in a last leg decider. We could see the same. But Daryl Gurney has hit 5 maximums in this final.
Oh, he was very stubborn on that treble 20 there. Fancied the max after the first dart. Gurney's having his best leg of this final. Setting up a 10 possibly. That'll do. Excellent shooting from super chin.
Yeah, and a couple of darts you think are coming in. How quick is that? I can't even throw the darts that quick.
I thought he was going for the 60 to leave double one.
Couple of darts at double 16 for Daryl Gurney.
Big time shot. That one wasn't thrown very well. That one hasn't hit. And Ricky Evans is moving in to strike and equalize. Big misses at 16s and 8s again, just like earlier in the match. And they're going to be really, really costly. They can be the difference between titles won and titles lost.
Ricky Evans, he was 3-0 and 5-1 down.
He's thinking about it. 2-2s. Every single one of those is on the wire. And you can see the frustration from Gurney.
Rapid Ricky has levelled this final. 6-6.
He is box office, is that boy. You just don't know what you're going to get. He is not a can of varnish.
This has got to be, look, that's what Ricky's like. He's a clown, he laughs and jokes, he's always mucking about. But this has got to be masking a huge amount of nerves. I know he's played in PDC finals before, but this is massive for Ricky Evans.
It is. And it doesn't seem like very long ago that he was in the press for very different reasons, because he was beaten by a child in the Cambridgeshire Open in the semi-finals. He was beaten by a 13-year-old kid. He might be 12 at the time.
Yeah, it's actually looking like not a bad defeat now,
I know.
Isn't it? Daryl Gurney still has the advantage in this game, but it is a narrow one. It looked like it might be a rout when the Northern Irishman was 5-1 up.
I've got to give him so much credit, because he's had his heart broken by doubling in the last leg. And now he's putting up such a great fight with that scoring.
Oh, he does battle, Daryl Gurney. He is a fighter. And again, you see 135 to leave 46. I'm pretty sure he's going to go the same route as last time, 14 for double 16. It did not work for him last time.
Can't get rid of him. That 140 has got Rapid Ricky just on his tail again. This is key. It's there this time. He's within one. That's stubborn from Daryl Gurney. He didn't choose another target. He believes in what he's doing, and he is very close to a first European Tour title, and a very important one as well. That German Darts Championship title has got a lot of good names on it.
Well, this has been and is a top quality final. They're both averaging round about 98, despite the fact that Ricky's missed 14 darts at double and Daryl Gurney has missed 18. Big scores, tight games, missed doubles. That's the recipe for an exciting game of darts, and that's what we've got here, and it's an important one as well. There is so much riding on this.
Oh, that was a bit shouldery, wasn't it? Can't blame either player to have the odd bad dart. As much as they don't want it, it's been a very long day, and they are going to feel a little bit sore tomorrow. Those days when you put in, they've got identical averages.
Look at that.
Don't see that very often.
Oh, Maximum would have got into a finish, but he is right there with Rapid Ricky, and in a game that has seen both men miss doubles in clutches at times, Gurney will still feel that this could be won in this leg, even though Ricky should be the first to a double.
Are we going all the way? And surely he's going bull. Yes, smart stuff. He's there for the taking if Ricky doesn't get this. Two minds. Two minds, he looked up first before he went to 16. He wasn't sure. Will Daryl Gurney get a match dart?
Treble 20. Leaves him double 18 for the title. And Super Chin has done it! Absolutely spectacular stuff from Daryl Gurney this weekend. He's won a Players' Championship title on the floor. He's won major titles at the World Grand Prix and the Players' Championship finals. And now he adds a Euro Tour title to his collection. A stunning final. Loads and loads of credit for Ricky Evans. He keeps on making finals and he keeps on doing that. He will win one at some point, but he's just had to go up against one of the best players on the planet. He is the new world number 3 and he is the German Darts Championship champion.